What if I told you that for the last 50 years you have been lied to? That one of the most common pieces of medical advice given to men over 60, a piece of advice you have followed religiously, believing it was protecting your heart, is the very thing that is silently turning your body into a desert. A desert that cannot sustain life, energy, or a powerful erection. You've been told to fear salt, to cut it out, that it's a poison that will harden your arteries and give you high blood pressure. And for the salt that sits in most salt shakers, that is absolutely true. But what if I told you there is another kind of salt? A salt so pure, so packed with life-giving minerals that it does the exact opposite. A salt that can rehydrate your cells, reboot your nervous system, and restore the electrical spark that makes your erections possible. What if I told you that by placing just a few crystals of this ancient salt under your tongue, you could begin to feel the fog lift from your brain and the strength return to your body in less than 5 minutes? That feeling of being dried out, that sense that your skin is thinner, your energy is lower, and your sexual response is weaker, it's not just age. You are not just getting older, you are evaporating. And the very water you are drinking, in your desperate attempt to stay hydrated, might be making the problem worse. You have been told a lie, and that lie is costing you your manhood. Hello, my name is Dr. Julian Hayes. I am 71 years old, and for 43 of those years, I have worked as a board-certified urologist. I have dedicated my life to understanding the intricate machinery of the male body. And I am here to tell you that the mainstream medical advice on salt and hydration is dangerously incomplete. It is one of the biggest reasons I see good men, strong men suffering from fatigue, brain fog, and erectile dysfunction that they believe is irreversible. Today, I am going to correct the lie. I am going to explain why the brilliant white salt on your table is a poison, and why a different, gray, moist salt is a miracle. I will reveal the shocking truth about hydration and why drinking gallons of plain water can actually dehydrate you at a cellular level. And most importantly, I am going to teach you a simple 5-minute ritual, a way to use a few crystals of this ancient salt to rapidly deliver essential minerals into your bloodstream, recharging your nerves and reawakening your erectile power. Stay with me, because the information in this video is the missing key, the piece of the puzzle you have been searching for. And it has the power to change not just your nights, but every single moment of your day. To understand why this special salt is so powerful, you must first understand the fundamental nature of your body. Your body is not a machine of gears and levers. It is an electrical machine. Every single thought you have, every beat of your heart, every movement of your muscles, and yes, every single erection you have, is the result of an electrical impulse, a spark that travels along your nerves. These nerves are like the wiring in your house, and for the electricity to flow properly, that wiring needs to be made of the right materials. In your body, the right materials are minerals. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, and dozens of other trace minerals. These are the elements that allow electricity to conduct. They create what is called an action potential, which is the scientific term for a nerve firing. Without a rich supply of these minerals, your nerves cannot fire properly. The signal becomes weak, slow, and distorted. It's like trying to start a car with a dead battery. The engine is fine, but there is no spark to get it started. And here is the first part of the lie you have been sold. The common table salt that is in 99% of homes and restaurants is not real salt. It is a chemically stripped, industrially processed chemical compound called sodium chloride. In its natural form, sea salt is a rich, complex substance containing over 80 different minerals that your body desperately needs. But to create modern table salt, it is superheated to over 1,200 degrees Fahrenheit. This intense process destroys all of the beneficial trace minerals, leaving behind only sodium and chloride. Then anti-caking agents and other chemicals are added to make it pour smoothly. This brilliant white free-flowing substance is not food. It is an industrial byproduct. It is a poison. When you consume this unnatural, isolated form of sodium without any of the other minerals needed to balance it, this is what contributes to high blood pressure and cellular damage. I had a patient, a 72-year-old former executive named Richard. He was a man who prided himself on his discipline. He told me, "Doc, I haven't had a salt shaker in my house for 30 years. I follow my doctor's orders to the letter." But Richard was suffering from terrible brain fog, muscle cramps, and his erections were a distant memory. His blood test showed he was severely deficient in key trace minerals, especially magnesium and potassium. Richard thought he was protecting his health by avoiding salt, but he was actually starving his nervous system of the very minerals it needed to function. He had unplugged his own electrical system. He was following the advice, but he was getting sicker. But the problem is even deeper than that, and it has to do with water. We are told to drink 8 glasses of water a day. Stay hydrated, they say. But this is the second part of the lie, and it is arguably even more dangerous. Drinking large amounts of plain water, especially when you are avoiding salt and are already mineral deficient, does not hydrate you. It dehydrates you. Think about it. If you're lost in the desert and you come across a person who is dying of dehydration, you do not just give them water, you give them an IV solution. And what is in that IV bag? Salt water, a saline solution, a perfect balance of water and minerals.
Because your body knows that for water to get inside your cells where it is needed, it must be escorted by minerals. Minerals, especially sodium and potassium, act like ushers at a concert. They open the cellular gates and guide the water in. When you drink plain water without enough minerals present in your system, that water cannot effectively enter your cells. It mostly just passes through your system, flushing out the few precious minerals you have left. This is why you can drink a gallon of water and still feel thirsty. It is why you are urinating constantly. Your body is not using the water, it is just processing it. This is a condition called cellular dehydration. Your body is full of water, but your cells are dying of thirst. If you are finding this information valuable, please take a moment to comment the word "yes" below, just so I know you are getting this. Thank you for your valuable time. Now, let's continue. I had a patient, a retired marathon runner named Tom, age 68. He was a hydration fanatic. He carried a water bottle with him everywhere. He told me he drank over a gallon of purified, filtered water every single day. But he was a wreck. He had debilitating fatigue, his muscles twitched constantly, and despite being in incredible physical shape, he was completely impotent. Tom was the most dehydrated person I had ever met. The more water he drank, the more minerals he flushed from his body. He was literally washing away his own electrical charge. His nerves had no fuel to fire. His erection, which is a profoundly neurological event, was impossible. It was like trying to send an email with no internet connection. This is the trap millions of men are in. They are avoiding real salt, which starves them of minerals, and they are drinking plain water, which flushes away the minerals they have left. They are creating a desert inside their own body, and then they wonder why nothing grows. But there is an oasis in this desert. There is a way to reverse this process, a way to remineralize your body and rehydrate your cells. The solution is not just to eat more salt. The solution is to eat the right salt. And there is one salt that is, in my professional opinion, the most powerful mineral delivery system on Earth. It is time to meet your new best friend. The answer to this crisis of mineral deficiency and cellular dehydration is not found in a laboratory. It is found in the sea. Specifically, it is found in Celtic sea salt. Now, why Celtic sea salt? Why not Himalayan salt or some other fancy gourmet salt? While Himalayan salt is good, I believe Celtic sea salt is superior for one simple reason: its moisture content. Celtic sea salt is harvested from the coastal regions of France using ancient Celtic techniques that are over 2,000 years old. It is not washed or stripped. It is naturally air and sun-dried. Because of this, it retains a high percentage of its natural moisture. This moisture is critical. It is trapped primordial seawater, and it holds the minerals in their most bioavailable ionic form. This means your body can recognize and use them instantly. Unlike the dry, stripped, and dead sodium chloride on your table, Celtic sea salt is alive. It is a gray, slightly damp, and richly flavorful substance containing over 84 life-giving trace minerals, in the exact proportion that your body needs. It is, quite literally, a crystallized piece of the ocean, the very ocean from which all life on this planet emerged. When you introduce this salt back into your diet, you are not just seasoning your food, you are remineralizing your entire electrical system. You are giving your nerves the fuel they have been starving for. But how you use it is just as important as what it is, and I am now going to teach you a simple technique that will allow you to feel its effects in minutes. This is the core of our protocol, the 5-minute nerve reboot. The problem with just eating salt on your food is that it has to go through the entire digestive process. It can take hours for those minerals to be broken down and absorbed into your bloodstream. We need a faster way, a direct delivery system, and nature has provided one right under your tongue. The area under your tongue is filled with a rich network of capillaries. This is called sublingual absorption. When you place a substance under your tongue, it can be absorbed directly into your bloodstream, completely bypassing the digestive tract. This is why certain emergency heart medications are given sublingually. It is the fastest way to get a substance into your system short of an injection. Here is the technique. Upon waking in the morning, before you drink or eat anything, take a small pinch of Celtic sea salt, just a few crystals, less than 1/8 of a teaspoon. Place these crystals directly under your tongue. Do not swallow, just let them sit there and dissolve. It may take a minute or two. You will feel a strong salty taste, but it will not be harsh like table salt. It will be rich and almost sweet. As the salt dissolves, those 84 trace minerals are being absorbed directly into your bloodstream. They are traveling to every cell in your body, but most importantly, they are bathing your nervous system in the exact fuel it needs to operate. After the salt has fully dissolved, drink a large 16-ounce glass of water. Now, the water you are drinking has a job to do. With your blood now rich in minerals, the water can be effectively pulled into your dehydrated cells. You are not just drinking water, you are hydrating at a cellular level for first time and possibly years. What can you expect to feel? Many of my patients report an almost immediate change.
Tom, the marathon runner who was chronically dehydrated, told me that within 5 minutes of doing this for the first time, he felt a hum in his body. He said the fog in his brain started to clear. It was as if a light had been turned on. Richard, the executive who avoided salt, said his chronic muscle cramps vanished within 2 days. This is the power of instant remineralization. You are giving your body back the spark it has lost. And what about your erections? An erection is the result of a cascade of neurological signals. Your brain sends a signal of arousal. That signal travels down your spinal cord. It then branches out through the pudendal nerve, telling the arteries in your penis to open up and allow blood to flow in. If that electrical signal is weak, the entire cascade fails. By restoring the mineral balance in your body, you are ensuring that nerve signal is strong, fast, and clear. You are repairing the wiring. Many men find that by practicing this simple ritual every morning, their sexual response becomes faster and more powerful. The connection between their mind and their body is restored. The message of arousal is finally being delivered with clarity. I want you to try this for 1 week. Just 7 days, every morning a pinch of Celtic sea salt under your tongue, followed by a large glass of water. Continue to eat your normal diet, but I also want you to replace the poisonous white salt in your salt shaker with Celtic sea salt for all your cooking needs. After 7 days, I want you to check in with yourself. Notice your energy levels. Notice your mental clarity. Notice the quality of your sleep. Notice the reduction in aches and pains. And notice any changes in your sexual function, the return of morning erections, a more spontaneous response to your partner, a greater sense of fullness and strength. You are about to witness the miracle of your own body's ability to heal once you give it the right tools. You have the knowledge. You have the secret. You are no longer a victim of the great salt lie. If you have made it this far, I want to sincerely honor you. You have chosen to question what you have been told. You have chosen to take your health into your own hands. This is the first and most important step. We have dismantled the great salt lie. You now understand that the processed white salt on your table is a mineral-stripped poison that contributes to disease. You understand that the answer is not no salt, but the right salt, a moist, gray, unrefined Celtic sea salt packed with the 84 trace minerals your electrical body is starving for. We have unmasked the great hydration lie. You now know that drinking plain water without sufficient minerals can actually dehydrate you, flushing away your vital spark. And most importantly, you have a plan. You have the 5-minute nerve reboot technique, a simple, powerful ritual of placing a few crystals of this ancient salt under your tongue each morning to deliver life-giving minerals directly to your nervous system. I want you to imagine the man you can be just 30 days from now. A man whose mind is clear and sharp, a man whose body moves without the constant aches and cramps of mineral deficiency, a man who wakes up with energy, not fatigue, and a man who enters the bedroom with quiet confidence, not fear. A man who is once again connected to his own power, his own vitality, his own spark. This is not a fantasy. This is the inevitable result of restoring your body's fundamental electrical balance. You are not broken. Your battery was just dead, and you have just learned how to recharge it. Now that you know how to use Celtic sea salt to reboot your nervous system, it is absolutely critical that you learn about the 3 so-called health drinks, like fruit juice and sports drinks, that are destroying your mineral balance and killing your erections even faster. I expose these drinks in my next video, and you need to watch it now. But before you go, I want to ask for your participation. What was the most shocking truth you learned in this video? Was it that table salt is a stripped chemical? Or was it that drinking plain water can actually dehydrate you? Please, share your answer in the comment section below. I personally read every single comment, and your insight may be the very thing that helps another man break free from the lies he has been told. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your time. Go find this ancient salt and begin the journey back to the powerful, vital, and electrical man you were always meant to be.